Alright, so we all know that last month the Hive released like a ton of updates, but a lot of people, including me, have been wondering like, why did they release so many at a time and when are they gonna release a new one? And I know that might sound a little like greedy considering they just released a whole bunch of new updates, but uh, I'm just curious. So in this video, I'm gonna go over like pretty much all of my speculations and things that are confirmed upcoming on the Hive. With things such as like swarms, mixed arcade, possibly block drop returning, and maybe just some of my general speculations. Oh, there's a guy over here. So, Hive Swarms. I just realized I dropped my sword. Hive Swarms, alright? He's dead. So, Hive Swarms has actually been on the Hive roadmap for like the past couple of years. A lot of people, including myself, has kind of just been wondering why it's just sort of sitting there with no actual plan. And I'll tell you what, I think the Hive actually just sort of gave up on Swarms right now. I don't think they're actually really working on it, per se. I think Swarms has kind of just been given up on at the moment. I think the Hive has a lot of other projects they'd like to work on, and maybe they release Swarms a little bit too early, maybe, because now they kind of have a whole plate full of stuff they have to do, including Swarms, because people are expecting it. But at the end of the day, I don't think that they're actually going to release it anytime soon. But regarding Mixed Arcade, another Hive game mode that I was actually thinking it was going to get released in the bundle of updates that we got, but surprisingly, it was not. And what I actually think they're going to do with Mixed Arcade is probably release it, I'd say right after the Christmas update. My predictions for what the games are actually going to be, I think they're definitely going to take a heavy amount of inspiration from the Java Minecraft server for the Hive, because obviously, new games would be cool too. Obviously, I think there are going to be new games, but they are going to take, at the end of the day, a lot of inspiration from their Java server. Now, onto Block Drop possibly returning. Personally, I've made a couple of videos discussing Block Drop possibly returning, and honestly, I really do think it is returning. Like, the game originally was very, very fun, and it was basically like free 1,000 players extra on their server, and I really don't see why they removed it. But when are they gonna bring it back? Well, I'm thinking they're gonna bring it back probably right after Mixed Arcade, as Mixed Arcade is kinda like the staple of all the next of the Hive updates, because they've been working on this one for so long. So as soon as Mixed Arcade is finally released, we can finally get a new wave of possible Hive updates. But what are some predictions, in my personal opinion, on what the Hive will do in the future? Really, I'm thinking the Hive will definitely release a sort of maybe bridge game mode. My prediction for a possible bridge game mode is maybe there's like 4 corners. Hive doesn't just have to have one-on-ones bridge duels. I think it's gonna be sort of like Treasure Wars maps, where it's like split into 4 quadrants, red, blue, green, and yellow, and I'm getting rolled. Speaking of bridge and duels, I think the Hive will definitely add duels to the server, as I think duels would be a very good fit, but they would have to do it in a way to make it as least toxic as possible, because the Hive is not very good with toxicity, and I've just barely escaped. Possible duel things, I would probably assume maybe no debuff. Another game mode I see Hive maybe possibly adding is definitely Skyblock. Also, this man is getting wombo comboed. But yeah, I think Skyblock would be a good addition, in the fact that it's a very grindy game mode, and I think a lot of people would play it. But yes, I definitely think the Hive can officially pull off a Skyblock game mode. As compared to CubeCraft's Skyblock game mode, I think the Hive could make it a lot better, as they're really good with making quality over quantity. And if the Hive added a Skyblock game mode, I think that would probably boost their player count by maybe even like 20,000. And I think there'd be a whole new wave of Hive content creation as we know it. I think the Hive could definitely do all of these things that I've listed in this video today, but obviously the Hive does what it wants at the end of the day. And, just some suggestions, Hive, you could always add Skyblock. That'd be very cool. I think a lot of people would enjoy that game. But anyways, I think that's gonna be end of the video.